Another week, another trading cycles video. We're now in week 39 of the year 2023. Before we continue with what happened this past week, it's been quite an eventful week. And before we continue on to what we predict might happen next week, do keep in mind we do not provide financial advice here. All the content that we share is intended for educational purposes only. Always trade the price and not the prediction. Now, my name is Eric. I'm joined here, as always, by Ermas. How are you doing, Ermas?
I'm doing very well. It's nice to be here again. All right. I hope everyone is doing well and is not getting depressed about the market decline. What is going on? At least we knew it in advance, and hopefully our listeners at least have been able to prepare. All right. Yeah, it was quite an eventful week indeed, and there was obviously a Fed meeting again last week, where we didn't see any rate hikes anymore. Yeah, so the interest rate at least stayed on the same level, which is 5.5% at the moment. Although the market got scared a bit, as you see from the market price action here. So it fell quite heavily after the Fed meeting, or at least the announcement day. And the reason being is that they are indicating, or at least over 60% of the members there are indicating that there will be another rate hike coming this year, either in November or December meeting. Yeah. So and obviously market didn't like that announcement there. So but it is all according to the greater plan, I think. Should I say it that way? So we knew it in advance, obviously, by the seasonal tendencies of spiders. Yeah, so it was quite negative week coming, and indeed, so it went. So the actual price action was quite according to the actual prediction. Yeah. And same goes for Qs, basically. Yeah. So almost a similar price action or prediction price action correlation. Yeah. Now 50-day moving average also fell. Obviously, that's quite obvious. So it is now in 22% area, and obviously that's quite low reading now. But we do still expect that this stays in this green zone at least for another week. But about that a bit later now. Now sector rotation is moving now as it should. We still got one leader only there, and that's energy sector. Yeah. And fear and greed index did also turn negative, so it is now in fear zone here. And what we saw from the seasonality as well, that's quite well reflected. So the greed and fear index was in extreme fear about a year ago. Yeah. So that's also kind of matching there. Now, astrologically, what we also tend to go through here, we don't have much going on next week, but there will be a full moon on Friday the 29th, and there will be a negative aspect between Venus and Uranus, which is not good. So basically, that's why we think there is also a tendency for prices to keep declining, and that's also supported by our seasonal optimized model here, which is predicting still falling markets until the end of March. And obviously our decade, our 60-year prediction as well, that's pointing to the falling markets till the month end. Yeah. Now seasonally, we do see, if you look at the closer picture here, that there might be quite volatile market the week coming, but still, if you look at the statistics, 8 out of 12 years have seen falling prices during that period. And for Qs, it's about the same, 7 out of 12 years. Prices have been falling still. Now, there's more statistical information here. So for the week coming, we see that seasonally it has been negative. Obviously, we have about 22 years of data here. So that's still pointing to the downside. Now, fundamentally, I already covered that obviously the rate stayed the same. So what else was going on last week? Not much. The euro area core inflation fell a bit. So I believe so, yeah. And what happens next week is we got now Germany's inflation numbers coming out, which is forecasted at 4.6% now. Previous one was 6.1, so quite a big fall there. Let's see if it's gonna actually hold like that, yeah, or there's gonna be some surprises. And also, yeah, I think this week the eurozone inflation numbers are coming out, yeah. So that should be the one actually. All right. So, but not any big numbers. Obviously, unemployment numbers also from Germany. That's something to keep an eye on. Obviously, that's quite big market for Europe. So we always like to keep eyes on Germany's developments as well. Yeah, as they don't seem to do very well in this economic situation, and obviously they need to adjust. But Eurozone keeps pushing the rates higher still, so obviously that's going to hurt them as well quite heavily. All right, let's get back to the charts now. So I did extend this this prediction line now until the next turning point, which is coming up on Friday the 29th. Yeah. So that's what we expect now. Prices still to fall. So let's look at the gold market. Gold market has been a bit weaker than expected. Yeah, so we did see some raise here, but last week the prices, well, they didn't quite go any higher, so just fell a bit. Now I think we're going to see another turning point here coming on Thursday the 28th. As prices started turning from the last turning point, so that held quite well. And I think from here on we should see some stronger moves, as October tends to be a bit better month for gold. Bitcoin is has shown some strength, but last week was still a weak one again, but not as weak as stock markets were. So that's a good sign. I think this market is going to show some strengths now moving forward as we are coming out of that negative zone here for Bitcoin. Yeah. And the VIX index also rose quite a bit here, but not to any new highs. So it's kind of slow still for VIX index. So there's not much fear on the market still. Let's see how it acts now this coming week. If we look at a couple of trades we got going on here, for example, BYD is one of them we got going on. So basically it was taken a few weeks ago on the 11th, and it was a short trade, and it's at the moment going to the right direction, so that's all good. Then ODFL as well. about the same picture here. It was taken on 13th of September, and also to the downside. Then we had VJ in play, which was kind of going the opposite way, and that was expected. So that trade was taken on the 8th of September, and it's quite good momentum play here, and it did reach its target last week. Now APH, yeah, sorry, that's one of them as well that held our entry point for quite some time, but last week it broke out, yeah, so it's going to the right direction as well. And QRVO is one of them as well, which is now reaching some sort of support level here, so we have to wait and see if it's gonna be a good time to get out, maybe, and not wait until it reaches our target here. So maybe we have to close it halfway down here. Now a couple of new ones as well. We still have only short trades at the moment in focus, as markets tend to be negative. So another one of them is FIS, which is showing weakness here, and also WELL, which is also a short play. So we're looking on Monday how the price is going to act, and possibly looking for entry points there. But as always, I need to obviously remind you that we are not giving any advice here. It is just for educational purposes only, and everyone needs to do their own research and their own decisions going forward. All right. Now, good thing is that obviously last week on Tuesday we did get another sell signal as well on the S&P, so that held quite well, and we are still in that zone until the end of month, so that should be still valid signal as well for the next week. And levels wise, we did hold that level now. Obviously it did reach that far and kind of broke through as well a bit what we had in mind here last week. Now next one down would be around 4,261, somewhere here, and another one down from here would be at 4,166. So these are the levels now to watch out, yeah. If the market should keep falling. Okay, so these are quite good support levels. But yeah, that will be all then from my side. Let's see how the price is gonna act, and obviously decide accordingly. We always need to follow the price, as I always say.
Of course, yeah. Straight to price, another prediction. Thank you very much, Romas, as always, and thank you for watching and listening. It's been quite an eventful week, and as we've discussed today, probably not gonna be a very eventful week coming ahead as well. So keep your eyes peeled and get subscribed if you haven't already. Also, if you're at this point already, click the like button. What are you doing? And also share the video. Share with your friends, with your neighbors. Share with anyone you feel like might get some use out of this video. But that's it from me. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or if anything popped up in your head that you'd like to share with us. We are happy to answer any questions and incorporate your ideas into our videos. But that's it from me. I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Indeed. See you next week.